friends, Tammy here from Tammy and Creative, and I have a fun coaster project for you today. We're going to be sublimating coasters. And what's cool about sublimation is the ink goes right into the ceramic and it's locked in there. So you can put this into a dishwasher. This is a really fun project where you get to choose different quotes or different things based on, say you want to give this to a friend, you'll be able to choose a different theme than I do. Today I'm going to be focusing on books because I love books, my friends love books, my family, we're just readers. So this one is just a girl who loves books, and I think that is so cute, and I'm going to be making different ones for friends and family this year. First off, there's some items that you're going to need to do this sublimation project. You will not need a sublimation printer though, because you're just going to be purchasing the pieces of paper that have sublimation ink already infused into them. So I'll give a list of all the different products you need just down below, and I'm also going to provide you with some different designs that I've come up with, so you can find those in my library. So just go down below, you'll have some links to finding designs, different products that you'll need, and I've got it all ready to go for you there. So I purchased these transfer ink sheets, and I actually got a whole like maybe 10 or so. They weren't too expensive, for like $15 or something like that, and they go really far because they're like 12 by 12, so you can do a lot of coasters with that many. You can also do shirts and other things too, but today we're going to be focusing on coasters. So for this project, you're going to need your Cricut and a mat, because you're going to need to be able to cut out the designs. You'll need some butcher paper to work with an Easypress, or if you have a different brand, that's fine too, but you need an Easypress or something like that. And iron will not do, because you have to go up to a very high degree and have equal pressure. So in this case, I'm using the Cricut Easypress 2. It goes up to 400 degrees, and that's what I'm going to be using it for today. I'm going to be putting the Easypress on top of the coasters and letting them seep in, and I'm going to show you all of that process step by step. So next off, you'll need some heat resistant gloves, because these coasters are going to get extremely hot. A piece of paper, like a piece of cardstock, that's going to work for you best. You'll need a set of coasters. I've got 4 coasters in this pack from Cricut. Some little scissors, a brayer, and a weeder, because we're going to be weeding out the different words in different pictures. Some heat resistant tape. And then you'll need something like this Cricut mat. So this protects your table. So those are all the items that you're going to need today for making these. If you would like some of my designs, just go down below, and this is going to be a project where I'm going to give you some different library designs, because I've already created some fun little library and bookish type sayings. So if you want those, you just go down there into the description and I'll give you a link to my personal library. Come join me in my free library. Go to tammyanncreative.com and click on library. Once you're here, put in your email address, your first name and your last name, and click count me in. You'll need to opt in, and then you're going to find the little password down below. Once you're in the library, you'll be able to scroll down and you'll find everything is based on a number. Welcome to Design Space. These are all sort of me on a little coaster. I'll show you how to take care of these. Once they're imported, you're going to come up here and you're going to resize them to 3.55. Cricut coasters say they're 3.6 inches on them, but I think it's a little bit more like 3.55 because of the edge. And I think it just fits much better at 3.55. So resize each of the coasters. If you want to make a coaster with a different theme, I'm going to show you how to do that. You're just going to come over here to the shapes, and you're going to select the circle, and then you're going to resize that to 3.55 up there. Now you have your coaster shape. From there, you're going to come over to say phrases or edible images, and you're going to click something here. I'm going to do phrases. And I'm going to come down. I saw one I really liked earlier, this Let's Get Cozy. Since I've already paid for a Cricut design space with the additional images, I've got access to this. It would normally be 99 cents. So let's get cozy. Click that and say add to canvas. And now we need to resize the text. So I'm just going to bring it over here and I'm going to resize till it looks good. I'm also going to make the canvas just a little bit bigger. I'm liking that position, but let's make sure it's exactly in the center. So let's highlight those two. Oops. Let's highlight those two and we're going to come up here and we're going to align to the center. Now it's just perfect. We're going to highlight both of those. Right click or click over here, attach. So I'm going to go with attach there. Now they're attached. Now I'm going to attach all my other images as well. So I'm going to click over both of these, right click and say attach. Do that here, attach, and this one. Oops. Sometimes it can be hard to get it. So there, we're going to attach. Okay, so now we have 4 coasters. And because I want to cut these all on the same sheet of paper, what you can do is you can just load them up right next to each other so that there's a little bit of space in between. Select everything, right click and attach. Now they're going to be on the paper right next to each other and we just click make it. If you decide that you want to do these each in a different color or a different paper, instead of attaching there at the end, you're just going to do the attach of each coaster with its stuff, but not all 4 together. So you can see all 4 coasters here. And something that's really important when doing sublimation is that you select this mirror because you need it to be the exact opposite. So now the text is going to be in reverse. And when you press, it's going to look just right. So now click continue. Just make sure you have mirror on. For the base material, you're going to want to choose an Infusible Ink transfer sheet unless the paper that you bought says something different. What I found is I prefer to do some additional pressure or do an extra cut. When it comes to tools, you'll need load your fine point blade in. So I have my standard grip mat here and a piece of Infusible Ink paper. You're going to go design side up and you're just going to place it straight like that. Then taking your brayer, come down and get anything out. Make sure it's nice and flat. So I have the fine point blade in there and I'm going to hit enter here. It's going to load and now we're going to do our cuts. Remember, we already mirrored it. I hit the Cricut, it's pulling it in and it's going to do all the cutting now. So it's now done, but before hitting the button, I want to make sure that it's good. I'm going to weed it out just a little bit. Gonna come in here with a heart, see if it went through or not. Looks like it went through, everything's good. So now we're going to take this off by turning it over and then pulling. Just go all the way up and pull off. Now it's time to do some weeding. So first off, I'm going to take the exterior off, just pulling that up. With these all cut out, I'm going to be weeding them. That means I'm going to open them up, just press a little bit, and some of these areas are going to start popping out. So you can start weeding that way, and then you'll want a weeding tool to get into the areas. But I know you don't want to watch this whole weeding session, so I'm going to forward here and we can get on to the next section after I'm done weeding. Before placing your design on here and pressing it in, you'll want to clean your coaster. So you're just going to take a dust-free cloth and go over it, just going all the way over it and buffing it. I then take a lint roller and I just go over it, getting off any additional dust, and I just go a couple different ways. Once you have your coaster weeded, you're going to take and place this heat resistant tape over it. And I've maybe used a little bit more than some people do, but I want to make sure that this stays in place. If you'll see here, it's been mirrored, and this is actually the ink, and I've weeded it completely out, so you're seeing a mirrored version. And then on the plastic side, that's where you're going to put the tape. You're going to take your coaster, you're going to place it directly like that, and then you're going to flip it over. You're going to see the unfinished side, and you're just going to wrap the tape around, making sure that your coaster is in the center. With your coasters all ready to go, they're all taped up, we're going to be doing some pressing now. You need to have your Cricut Easypress 2 at 400 degrees. If you have a regular Easypress, check down in the notes for the heat instructions. You're going to go a reduced heat but longer time. With the Easypress, you're going to do 240 seconds on the 400. First, you're going to put down your mat so that your table's protected. Put down your cardstock, and then we're going to actually be putting the coasters down with the print on the side that goes down. The other side is going to be the rough side that's actually going to go on your table later on. So we've got those all down and the tape's there. We're going to take the butcher paper and set that right on top. Maybe give these a little bit of space. That's all ready, and now we're going to pick up the Easypress and we're going to bring it right over here. Make sure that you've got a window cracked so that you have air. And we're going to set this down slowly and gently and no extra pressure. Then we're going to hit the button. It's going to count down from 240 because I've got the Easypress 2. Once that's done, we can then proceed to letting everything cool down. You don't want to touch it at all. It's going to be extremely hot. I've got these heat resistant gloves to wear too, and they help a lot. But if you're doing a larger project, maybe you'll want to move them to the side, but generally you'll want to just let them cool down completely on their own. You're just going to pick up the Easypress and put it to the side. Okay, I have just a few seconds left, and once it beeps, I'm going to pull this off straight up and just place it down. So here we go. The fumes are here a little bit, and that's why you want to make sure that you crack a window and you have time. Okay, it's time to pull up, straight up and straight down, and then just let it go. Once everything's cooled down, I'll take you to the table and we'll do an unveiling. I'm very excited to unveil these to you. All of them turned out really cool, some better than others though. I feel like this color up here was just too light with the white background to really pop. This one is my favorite, just one more hour. The color with the purple just really came out nicely. The blue one here I really love as well. I actually created the designs for Books, Cats, Tea, Just One More Hour, and Find Me in the Library. So those are the ones that you can get in my digital library. So just go to my website, Tammy on Creative, if you want those designs. And you'll find them in my library. One thing I will point out is because I used a watercolor paper, some of them have more watercolor effects, and that's to be expected. That's just the mode of paint. Watercolor gives you different colors, different layering and transparencies, and some people love that and some people don't like it at all. I do love it, and you see that here in the Let's Get Cozy. Up here it's a little bit more white, and that's not that I did a bad process, that's actually the paper, and I'll show you right now. On this paper, this is actually the purple and pink one here. All of these have this type of paper. You'll see up here where it's lighter and other places where it's darker. I'll bring you down here. You can see where sections of the paper are more white and are going to have different transparencies based on the type of paper. And that's actually what I purchased. It's a watercolor print. Thanks so much for joining me here at Tammy Ann Creative. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, a follow, click that notification bell so you get more videos from me. I had fun going and doing all these library bookish type coasters, and I hope you did too. If you want more designs, just go to my website, tammyanncreative.com, and visit my library. I'm going to be making more coaster designs for you.